So this port of the 2006 Sonic the Hedgehog outing does not come to us via the same people behind the Sonic Next version we saw at Sage last year. This port is being led by P-06 and uses the P-06 engine. Before we get into some analysis of this demo, I need to set a benchmark so you can understand my criticism. I am currently running a PC rig that is powerful enough to run Sonic Generations in full screen HD, max settings in 60 FPS. This Sonic 06 demo from P-06 brings my PC to a crawl. It needs some serious optimization to run well. I had to run it in windowed 720p with loads of additional graphical effects turned off to get it into a playable state, and even then the frame rate took a hit during capture. So please bear in mind that a lot has been sacrificed to make this work. You can pause the video here to see exactly what I had to switch off in order to get this in a state I could capture for the video. With that in mind, let's talk about what has been done here. There are some noticeable improvements to the action of the original game, with the character control being a big focus. Sonic can now homing attack repeatedly with almost no break between attacks. This brings the homing attack in line with the pre-release gameplay trailers of Sonic 06. During the max speed sections of Sonic stages, Sonic's control has been greatly improved and feels more like the standard action sections just at a higher speed. Sonic arcs correctly when he launches off ramps, and you have greater control over him in the air. It's a dramatic improvement over the original game. We also get control over Tails and Silver in this demo. Tails has been improved with a targeting reticule for when you use the ring bomb. This makes aiming considerably more reliable. Some light auto aim has been added to when you use the ring bomb while flying as well. Speaking of flying, Tails no longer becomes unbearable to control during flight. He moves with the same responsiveness that he does on the ground, making for a substantial improvement over the original. Silver has received some minor tweaks to his control scheme, but they're largely the same as the original. Picking up items and throwing them at enemies feels like a tighter experience. Objects seem to hit the mark a lot more than they miss now. Silver actually hovers at top speed now, which is a nice little touch, but it's a simple aesthetic change. Speaking of aesthetics, even with a lot of the graphical effects turned off, there are some noticeable improvements. The water on the whole looks considerably more realistic now, and there's even an added rain effect in Kingdom Valley, which looks quite nice. Now, if any of these improvements sound attractive to you, then this is probably going to be something you want to at least try. However, if you are not a fan of the original Sonic 06, then you will not find anything that substantially improves the game. Loading times are still atrocious. The camera is still one of the worst in video game history. Sometimes the homing attack will just not work even though there's no reason for it not to. Sometimes you'll make a jump and you'll just get no elevation whatsoever. This is still the same poorly designed experience as the original, and it still takes an extreme amount of effort to be able to say this is an improved experience over the original game. The original Sonic 06 is fundamentally not a good game. The entire design of it is broken, rushed, and clearly doesn't consider what the end user will be doing while playing. This is fundamentally the same here. Outside of some minor control and visual upgrades, you're still playing Sonic 06, and it's still very much the worst Sonic game ever developed. If you have ever played Sonic 06 in the past and found some enjoyment while playing it, or ever felt the need to defend it online and post comments like "there's almost a good game in here," then you will likely enjoy this new demo from P-06 and enjoy the improvements that have been implemented. For everyone else, this is a difficult thing to recommend because the source material is still so poorly designed.